Well, around 300 Russian soldiers have advanced on the Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk.
December 2025, Russia's infantry-first tactics achieved stunning results, seizing 30% more ground than 2024 by abandoning mechanized warfare entirely. But the cost shocked even Moscow. Potentially 100,000 Russian troops died in 2025 alone, more than any previous year according to Euromaidan press analysis. Mediazona's verifiable data confirms 156,000 killed, a 40% increase over 2024. The trade worked when Russia captured urban terrain: Pokrovsk, Mirnohrad, Siversk in Donetsk, Huliaipol in Zaporizhzhia. Infantry slipped past Ukrainian drones in cities. Open fields are different. Now Russia eyes Kramatorsk, Sloviansk, and Zaporizhzhia city. The problem? They'll have to march for tens of kilometers through open fields and scattered villages without significant cover from overhead firepower. Ukrainian drones killed 30,000 Russian soldiers in January 2026 alone, nearly matching Russia's 30,000 to 35,000 monthly recruitment rate, according to Defense Minister Belousov. Zelensky's goal? 50,000 to 60,000 Russian casualties monthly from drones. Open terrain favors defenders with drones and artillery. Russian infantry keeps walking into kill zones they cannot survive. If you want to see why Russia's 2025 infantry tactics are becoming a death sentence in 2026's open terrain, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. This is the strategic mistake Putin cannot fix. Here's what changed. Russia parked the tanks. According to Warspotting's open source analysis, the Russians parked their vehicles in 2025, transforming among the world's leading mechanized armies with tens of thousands of armored vehicles into an army that mostly marched into battle on foot. The reason? Drones made mechanized warfare suicidal. Think about Russia's tactical evolution. In 2022, Ukrainian Javelin missiles and NLAWs destroyed mechanized columns attempting Kyiv encirclement. By 2023, Ukrainian FPV drones dominated battlefields, making armored assaults catastrophically expensive. $500 drones destroying $8 million tanks. Russia's adaptation? If vehicles get destroyed, send infantry without vehicles. Strip away the armor, accept casualties, overwhelm through numbers. The mathematics are brutal. 2024 mechanized warfare. Lower casualty rates, slower territorial gains. 2025 infantry-first tactics. 40% higher casualties, 156,000 versus approximately 111,000. 30% more territory seized. Russia traded lives for ground. According to analysis, potentially around 100,000 Russian troops died, probably more than in any of the 3 previous years, just in 2025. But the territorial gains seem to justify losses. Pokrovsk, 67.63% controlled by December. Mirnohrad, Siversk, Huliaipol. Urban areas where infantry infiltration works. Ukrainian drone operators explaining the urban advantage. Small Russian groups, 2 to 5 soldiers, infiltrate through buildings, basements, underground infrastructure. Drones struggle identifying targets inside structures. Electronic warfare from buildings disrupts signals. Infantry moves street to street, while Ukrainian drones hunt in open spaces between towns. The tactic bleeds Russian forces horrifically, but advances front lines. According to mid-December reporting, Russia attempted reverting to mechanized tactics. A 24-vehicle element of Russia's 40th and 155th Naval Infantry Brigades attempted to break through Ukrainian positions near Dobropilya. The 2-column assault included tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, all-terrain vehicles, and motorcycles. Result? Driving into minefields seeded by Ukrainian drones, and then coming under attack by mortars, artillery, rocket artillery, FPV drones, and bomber drones. Complete destruction, proving why Russia abandoned mechanized warfare. But here's Russia's nightmare. Ukrainian drones now kill Russians faster than Moscow recruits replacements. The January 2026 statistics devastate Kremlin planning. According to Zelensky's verified data, Ukraine's unmanned units eliminated more than 30,000 Russian personnel in January 2026. Every strike requires video confirmation in the Delta system. No unverified claims, only documented kill. Compare recruitment to casualty. Russian recruitment, Belousov, December 2025, 417,000 contracts in 2025 equals 34,750 per month average. Alternative estimate, Medvedev, July 2025, approximately 30,000 contract servicemen monthly. Ukrainian drone kills, January 2026, 30,000 plus confirmed. The mathematics approach equilibrium, where drone casualties equal or exceed recruitment. If Ukraine sustains 30,000 plus kills monthly, while Russia recruits 30,000 to 35,000, the Russian army cannot grow. It stagnates or shrinks despite mobilization efforts. Zelensky's stated goal amplifies the crisis. 50,000 to 60,000 irreversible Russian army losses per month from drone strikes alone by late 2026. According to United 24 analysis, to ensure that the Russian army shrinks and cannot regenerate. At 50,000 to 60,000 monthly drone kills against 30,000 to 35,000 recruitment, Russia loses 15,000 to 30,000 net personnel monthly, 180,000 to 360,000 annually. Unsustainable bleeding that collapses force structure regardless of political will. The December 2025 precedent proves it's achievable. Ukrainian drones struck 35,000 Russians in December, according to Zelensky's reporting. That's already exceeding recruitment. January's 30,000 represents a slight decrease, fewer Russian offensives during winter. But Minister Fedorov reported 106,859 targets hit in December, a 31% increase over November, demonstrating accelerating Ukrainian drone effectiveness. Here's why 2025's infantry tactics fail in 2026. Terrain differences. Russia must now attack tens of kilometers through open fields and scattered villages without significant cover. The targets, Kramatorsk, Sloviansk, Zaporizhzhia city, require crossing exposed ground where Ukrainian drones dominate. Urban warfare offered Russian infantry survival advantages. Buildings provide cover from overhead drone surveillance. Basements hide troops between assaults. Short movement distances reduce exposure time. Electronic warfare from structures disrupts Ukrainian drone signals. Underground infrastructure, sewers, metro tunnels, gas pipelines, enables infiltration, avoiding surface exposure. Open fields eliminate every advantage. Zero overhead cover from reconnaissance drones tracking movements. Nowhere to hide when FPV strikes approach. Kilometers of exposure crossing between villages. Electronic warfare ineffective in open terrain. No structures to mount equipment. No infiltration routes avoiding Ukrainian surveillance. According to reporting, Ukrainian forces, short on infantry but stuffed with drones and artillery, fight better on defense when defending open terrain between towns and cities. The evidence. Just note the slowdown in Russian advances in Donetsk Oblast in recent weeks. Having captured urban areas, Russian forces now face open approaches to next objectives, and the offensive momentum collapsed. The kill zone expansion compounds Russian problems. According to national interest and ICDS analysis, Ukrainian drones create roughly 15 to 25 kilometers from the front line kill zones, with Ukrainian forces increasingly pushing its reach up to 40 kilometers. That's the entire operational depth where Russian forces must mass for assaults. Every supply convoy, every troop concentration, every artillery position within 40 kilometers faces Ukrainian drone strikes. Think about the operational impossibility. Russian infantry must march 20 to 30 kilometers across open terrain to reach Kramatorsk. Ukrainian reconnaissance drones orbit at altitudes Russian small arms cannot reach, identifying every squad, tracking every movement. FPV kamikaze drones launch from positions 10 to 15 kilometers behind Ukrainian lines. Russian infantry never sees the operators. Grenade-dropping drones hover overhead, releasing munitions into trenches Russian troops dig. Artillery fires on coordinates drones provide. Russian infantry has no counter except accepting casualties. October October 2025 demonstrated Russian desperation. According to military.com reporting, video showed Russian mounted patrol being struck by Ukrainian drone near Donetsk. Soldiers riding horses across open terrain attempting to avoid drone detection. The tactic failed catastrophically. Ukrainian FPV operators from the 132nd Separate Battalion struck the mounted troops as horses provided zero protection from overhead strikes. The incident reveals tactical bankruptcy. According to reporting, Russian soldiers hide behind the horse, likely trying to conceal themselves, thinking horses might block drone attacks. Horses cannot stop explosives. But the attempt shows Russian forces exhausting options. Vehicles get destroyed, infantry on foot gets killed, so try horses. Result: dead horses, dead riders, confirmed Ukrainian kills. Ukrainian outlets acknowledge the horses, of course, are a pity, but it's still a combat unit. The pragmatic assessment: Russian mounted patrols remain valid military targets despite being tactically absurd in drone-saturated 2025 battlefield. But cavalry's reappearance proves Russia cannot solve the open terrain problem through conventional means. But here's Ukraine's counter-problem. Drones kill Russian infantry effectively, but cannot hold terrain. According to Atlantic Council analysis, despite the advances of the past 4 years, Ukraine's expanding robot army remains incapable of carrying out many military functions that require infantry. Specifically, when small groups of Russian troops infiltrate Ukrainian positions and push into urban areas, soldiers are needed to clear and hold terrain. The operational reality creates stalemate dynamics. In urban terrain, Russian infantry infiltrates effectively, Ukrainian drones struggle, Russian forces advance. In open terrain, Ukrainian drones massacre Russian infantry, Russian forces stall, Ukrainian forces need infantry to counterattack but lack manpower. According to Ukrainian sources, advocates of drone warfare need to recognize these limitations when making the case for greater reliance on unmanned systems. UGVs completed 45-day combat missions holding positions without human presence, but cannot handle complex tactical situations requiring judgment. When Russian infantry penetrates Ukrainian lines, Ukrainian soldiers must physically eject them. Drones alone cannot. The defensive advantage favors Ukraine in 2026. Russian forces must cross open terrain to reach objectives, exposing themselves to drone strikes that killed 30,000 in January. But Ukrainian forces cannot retake that terrain without infantry. Ukraine increasingly lacks due to mobilization challenges. The result? Positional stalemate where neither side achieves decisive operational success. Russia's open field mistake isn't one tactical error, it's strategic inevitability. Drones made mechanized warfare suicidal in 2023 to 2024. Russia adapted by sending infantry without vehicles in 2025, accepting 100,000 plus deaths to capture urban terrain. Now, 2026's objectives require crossing open fields, where Ukrainian drones killed 30,000 Russians in January alone, nearly matching Moscow's 30,000 to 35,000 monthly recruitment. Zelensky's goal, 50,000 to 60,000 drone kills monthly, would shrink Russia's army by 180,000 to 360,000 annually, even if recruitment continues. At current December 2025 precedent, 35,000 killed, Ukraine already exceeds replacement rates. Russian infantry keeps walking into kill zones because Putin has no alternative. Cannot use vehicles, drones destroy them, cannot avoid open terrain, objectives require crossing it, cannot out-recruit casualties, Ukrainian drones match or exceed recruitment. The mistake Russian troops keep making is obeying orders, sending them across open fields under Ukrainian drone surveillance. Every soldier understands the mathematics. 30,000 killed monthly, 30,000 recruited monthly, zero net growth, infinite casualties for marginal territorial gains. But Russian military culture prohibits refusing orders, so they march, and Ukrainian drones are waiting. Can Russia sustain 100,000 plus annual casualties indefinitely? Share thoughts. Subscribe for war analysis. Thanks for watching.